Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about an interview Pit Beirer gave about his current riders and also the possibility of Marc Marquez and Jorge Martin joining KTM. Now, speaking recently, Beirer said, "With Brad and Pedro, we have two fantastic riders, in whom we have a lot of confidence for the future. My desire has not changed. I would like to continue with our four current riders, but the current performances of Jack and Augusto are not enough for a place in MotoGP. We still have time, but not much time. They have to make some steps forward." He was then asked about Marc Marquez, and he said, "We have enormous respect for Marquez, but I do not think it's a realistic option for KTM. I spoke to him last summer. His desire was to find a bike in which he knew he could be competitive on. I think he has succeeded as he's back on the top. This is why I don't see him changing again and starting from the beginning." He was then asked about Jorge Martin, and he said, "It's been a while. When someone leaves, we take it very personally because we put our heart and soul into it. I do not really want to speculate on Marc or Jorge because they are both very strong riders. They have a Ducati and they have few reasons to change bikes. So I don't think it's important to say what you think of them because we really appreciate them." Now, the bigger thing I take out of this is realistically, while we thought, okay, Augusto Fernandez was probably going to be dropped, Pit Beirer is giving a very serious warning to Jack Miller that he could also be dropped as well and not go down to Gas, for example. So it is very, very interesting. They haven't ruled out Marc Marquez, but they're saying, it is doubtful if he gets a good Ducati seat or whatnot. But and Jorge Martin, yeah, listen, they did take it very personally when Jorge left them to go to Ducati. But again, he is a very fast rider. There could be two seats open in Gas next season. Gas is technically a works team, if you want to call it that way. But it's not a works team, if you know what I mean. But saying that, if they're developing four bikes all at the same level, I don't think there would be a problem. It would be a complete works effort between KTM and Gas. So I find it very interesting. It's a bit of a conundrum what they're going to do. Can Jack Miller pull out a few stops and keep his place in MotoGP? I'm not sure. I think Augusto is already gone, if I'm fair and honest about it. But it is interesting that while he is ruling Marc out, I think it's a little bit early yet to do so. There's a lot of pluses to bring Marquez to KTM. There's a lot of pluses to bring Jorge Martin to KTM. Now, apparently Martin has given Ducati a June 2nd deadline. Now, my understanding was that Ducati was going to announce the riders anyway on that weekend in Mugello. So it will be interesting, or is someone just making those stories up to create a headline? But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of Pit Beirer's comments overall? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.